So in this video I'm going to show how you can update a Mixomix website page to update the R Markdown embedded HTML files. So on the Mixomix website, if we look for example at this PCA page as an example, you can see that there's normal text and then there is this embedded R Markdown file which has all of the code in it, and this way all the formatting that you control in R Markdown is reflected properly in the final website page. So I'm going to show you how, if you want to edit or modify something in this file, how can you propagate that through to the actual website page. So all of these, the code for these corresponding files is found in this repository, in the Mixomix dev repository, in a folder called website files. So if I go to where I have that saved locally, Mixomix dev website files, I'll go to the corresponding file for this page, which is the PCA, so single omics, and you can see that for each page we've got both the R Markdown and the corresponding knitted HTML files. So if we go first to the R Markdown here, let's say we want to make an edit to this R Markdown file, so we can, for example, let's change this from a capital to a lowercase, save it, and then knit. And then this should regenerate the corresponding HTML file for the PCA methods page. And if we look here, we can now see that the R Markdown and the HTML files are updated. So one thing I won't show here, but obviously you should push any of the changes that you make back to the origin, so that any reflected and changes are stored and documented. But what I'm going to show instead today is actually how do you get this HTML file and embed it in the WordPress site. So as you'll know, WordPress, we control the Mixomix website through WordPress, and you can go to this tab pages to see all the different pages on WordPress. So essentially what's happened here with the embedded HTML file is that it's essentially embedded as a media object, kind of like an image, into the web page. So first we need to go to media to upload the new PCA page. So add new media file, and then you can just drag and drop. So I'll take the newest HTML file that we've just generated, drag it in, and there it's uploaded. And then you can directly from here copy the URL to that particular media object, and then I'll go to the page that corresponds to this web page that we want to modify. So go to web pages, find the PCA page, and you can see here actually already have it in the code editor, but usually it would come up as a visual editor. So here you can change the text and you can see the embedded HTML file. But if you want to change what this embedded file actually is, I would go to code editor. You can see here now it's a little bit more complicated code, but you essentially have to find the section that has this iframe src equals your file URL. So here we have p iframe src equals, and this is the link to the original HTML file that was already embedded. So we can just highlight that and paste in our newest HTML file that we've just uploaded, and we save that, and then this should now be reflected in the new web page. You can see now we've lost the caps letter for principal components. And yep, that's it.